We're live? Oh, okay, we're live. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. Good morning, everybody watching us online. I think Katie is online. Hopefully David got my message and he's online too. So it's very, very cold today.
But warm inside.
But at least it's not snowing yet. So the drive here wasn't too bad. Yeah. So how's everybody feeling? Good? Yes, yes, good, relaxed. So, like I said, every week I choose a session, the topic based on what I come across during my week, and also come from my own life experience. So today's the topic is about transformation. And transformation in my new clinic, right? In my new clinic, Transcend Health. That is what I would like to see in my patients' health journey, because I want to see them to achieve transformation in their health, right? Not just maintain sickness with medication, because the medications actually control the symptoms, but the sickness is still there. Without the medication, the sickness comes right back. In the Transcend Health Clinic, my goal is to get the sickness to go away. So we transform health from sickness to wellness, right? So transformation means change. Transformation means change. So, but to make changes, what do we have to do?
Stop some behaviors, start new behaviors.
Okay, so, huh?
Something is not in the right place.
Right. So first you have to have the awareness of what you need to change, right? If you're not aware of what you need to change, you don't know what you are going to change, right? So how does mindfulness meditation help you with that then? Exactly. Yes, yes, because mindfulness meditation is a practice of raising awareness. Yes.
From inside.
Mm-hmm. So you practice mindfulness meditation, you raise your awareness. And when you raise your awareness about the changes that you want to make, and you know what needs to be changed, then you can do what? Once you have awareness, then you can do what? Make the change. Action, right? So you have to make action. So, but knowing what action you need to make, how do you make that action happen? Developing a plan and ask for help if you need help, right? But then you do the plan, but before that, there's a roadblock for some people. There's a roadblock. They know that they have a problem, motivation, and decide. They know, and it happens to all of us, right? Like for me too, the drive, the decision, right? So you've got to make a decision. And to make a decision,
I think faith is part of it, right? Because if you make a plan.
Well, then, if you think that you can't do the plan, that faith is part of it, but when you know you have to create the plan and you think that, oh, I can't do it, then you have to change that mindset from cannot to can. But you have to be realistic. Is your plan doable? If you set such a huge goal that cannot be done right away, it's not going to be doable for you, and you get into this overwhelming mental state, right?
From my experience,
Mm-hmm.
make the drive,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion,
Yes.
in my experience, in my
Yeah.
personality-wise,
Yeah.
type of personality,
Right.
that the decision and the drive comes hand in hand with help.
Uh-huh.
Help.
With help.
With asking for help.
Okay. Yes.
Alone, not only I don't have the drive, like you said, it's overwhelming.
Yes.
I have noticed.
Right.
And the overwhelming feeling makes me block.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But if I ask for help, for guidance, and some people have encouragement, some people have insight. They show me a different side of, like a bright side of the situation.
Yes.
Courage comes. It just rises up.
Yes.
And then the drive also comes because you think, well, I might give it a try.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's my experience.
Yeah.
It's very overwhelming alone.
Yeah. Right. So
And when you ask for help, there's the opportunity for accountability.
yeah. So asking for help and knowing that you are also accountable for your outcome, right? So once you make the decision, then you have to carry out the action. But let's say that you want to make a change in something, your health or your work results, right? So you know you want to make that change, and then you decide that you are going to do things to make that change happen. How can you make it doable, and can you see change very quickly? How quickly can you see change? What do you think?
As you align yourself.
As quickly as you align yourself
with reality.
Okay. Yeah.
I think the answer to your question is that the change actually happens inside. You can see it immediately.
You can see it immediately. Yes. So when you say when you can see it in the inside, what is that? When you can see it in the inside, what is that? It's awareness. Where awareness leads to insight, right? So we talk about the health of the mental, of the brain health. So brain health, we've learned that there are 4 pillars, based on research, and insight is one of the pillars. But what I learned this morning that makes it easy to understand what insight is. So you think about the eyes. So what do the eyes give you? Sight, right? Vision, sight. So when you see with your eyes, we call it sight. In means inwards, right? In is inside. If you break up that word inside, you got in and sight. So insight means looking within and looking with your mind, not with your eyes. So remember, in order to have insight, you have to look with your mind inside. That makes it so easy to understand, right? But people sometimes think the meaning of the word insight is so deep, and it's very physiological, but when you break it up like that, it makes it so simple.
Well, because we have been conditioned by the world outside, by the outside world, to go by looks and by sight, and not by faith, and by inner awareness, like a inner awakening.
Yes.
spiritual awakening. And so
Yeah. So
we have been conditioned. I mean, we learned this since we're like very young.
Now, last week we talked about making baby steps, right? Wins. Last week we talked about small wins that lead to big wins. So transformation is the same. You can have change right here, right now, in this moment, and in one day, right? And if you make that transformation one day at a time, at the end of 1 week, you have a bigger transformation. At the end of 1 month, you have even a bigger transformation. But how do you take one day at a time? How do you do it one day at a time? Commitment is one. You've got to be committed. If you don't commit, you don't see changes. You don't see outcome. So you may have a plan in your head, but if you're not committing to take action and make it happen, you won't see results. So commitment is needed. What else?
Staying positive no matter what.
Staying positive.
No matter what.
No
Even
matter
if you don't see results immediately,
just stay positive. Yeah.
Even if you sink before you rise, stay positive.
Right. So if you have an and so if you have negativity in your mind,
just think that even if you don't see the sun and you just see the storm, the sun is still there.
Yeah. So you practice mindfulness meditation, raising the awareness, knowing that you have negativity in your mind, you let it go and you bring the positivity in. Okay. So you take yourself through each step like that. If it is difficult for you, write it down. Writing things down makes it easier. Okay. Make it more solid for you. So
meditate.
First, meditate. Yeah, meditate too. But the research shows that if you write things down, it's right there for you.
What do you mean
write down your thoughts?
Oh, even the negative ones.
Yeah, because
whatever comes.
We talked about thoughts come and go like clouds, right? So thoughts will eventually go away, and then you may forget that you had those thoughts. But if you write those things down, write your thoughts down, later on you go back to it, you see it. You see, oh, I had those thoughts.
I'm sorry. Why is it that important? How does that make you commit more, or how does that make you, like, why would it be important to write for me my negative thoughts, thoughts of failure or thoughts of abandonment? How would that make any difference?
Because it helps you to reflect later on. In that moment, you don't see it, but like a day or two from now, you open that journal and you read through it again, and you just see it. Yeah,
it was just the cloud.
Right, but sometimes you forget your thoughts though. Good thoughts, bad thoughts, they pass by like clouds, and you forget. I forget.
Oh, I forget.
In a day, how many thoughts do we have? Thousands of thoughts coming in and out, in and out. And if you want to retain those positive thoughts, you write it down, and then later on you look back and you say, oh, that's a good idea, right? Or when you look back and you see, oh, I no longer have those negative thoughts. So I think writing things down is a good habit to do. When I was younger, I didn't write a lot of things down, and it's because my memory was really, really good when I was younger. I remember a lot, but now that I'm older, my memory is not as sharp as when I was younger. I think writing it down becomes a needed habit for me. I find myself having to write things down to help me improve my memory a bit. So having commitment, having positivity, writing things down is what? An example of changing your habit, right? So you decide what habit you're going to change. You don't have to change a lot of habits. Just choose one small habit to change one day. Like today, I want to change this habit. Okay, what is my habit? Every day, I just lay in bed all the time, right? Let's see. Uh, I want to do. I want to start.
I get discouraged easily.
Yeah.
I have a habit that
Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah.
I get discouraged easily.
Yeah, we all have some habits that need to be changed in order to give us transformation. Yeah. Yeah. So, but you know you don't have to do it all in one day. Just choose one habit to change. So, and then what else? What else can help you to achieve your goal better, easier? Visualization, yes. So you can imagine it, but we're talking about how to make it become reality so that you have transformational change. You have to believe it. Remember? Okay, we learn about commitment, we learn about being positive, we learn about making decision. So having decisive thought, having belief. Okay, so this is very important. Why? Why do? Yes. So when you believe strong, yeah. So belief comes from thoughts, right? When you have the thoughts with strong belief, then things are more likely to happen for you, right? If you want other people to believe in you, you got to believe in yourself first. Because if you don't believe in what you say, in what you do, how do other people believe in you? Simple, right? If you don't have,
not to me.
It's not. But if you want other people to believe in you, okay?
No. I understand the concept.
Yeah.
It's easier to talk about it.
Right.
It's hard to do.
That's why the practice.
That's why I was saying.
Yeah. So that's why we know that we have to have belief. If you don't have strong belief, you have to start to raise awareness and raise the practice of having strong belief. Let's say, okay, I want to have certain transformation in my health, right? I didn't used to go to the gym. I'm too busy. I give myself an excuse. I said to myself, you know, I'm too busy. I don't have time for that. But now I make a decision. I want to change. I want transformation in my health. And one of the things that I need to do is to exercise, for example. Yeah.
Self-love for yourself.
But I have to believe in myself that I can make it happen. And if I believe in that, I know that I have to get rid of that excuse. I cannot let it enter my mind and say I'm too busy, right? That thought is not good. So then I have to believe in myself. So if I say that to my husband, I'm going to change it. I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a day. He's not going to believe me until I believe in myself and I make it happen. And then he see the transformation in me. Then he will say, "Oh, he believes that I can do it, right?"
Well, I believe it because we have a gym at home.
Yeah, we have a gym at home, but how many times do you use it, and how many times do I use it? I do yoga. I do exercise every single day. Small or big, I do it every single day. But let's say if I have to go to the gym, which I don't, because my time is limited. But if I want to have that change, I have to make time. I have to say, okay, I have to get rid of that excuse. So what do we have to have? Commitment, positivity, decision, belief, action, you make it happen, and do it with intention. Intention is very important. When you do things without intention, you get not so good results. So if you want to do something in a day, so you have, yeah, how you start your day is important. And when you start your day with a positive mindset already, and when you start your day with a clear plan, writing things down, because we forget, right? So let's say that you set a goal one day, take one day at a time. You have to plan what for that day. When you have clear plan, you can follow it, and you can see how achievable that can be for you. Because thoughts come and go, and you won't forget if you don't write it down. Okay, you say, oh, I'm going to plan to do these things today, and then you get too busy with one thing, and you completely forgot that you had the thought that you had planned to do this, right? So if you write things down, you can always go back to that plan and look, oh, have I done this? Have I done this? Have I done this? So what, this is based on research too. You start out with good intention in the morning, and then you end your day with intention as well. We tend to end our day in a kind of letting go, right? Relax, let go, forget about everything, watch TV or whatever. Yeah, but we forgot to plan for the next day, prepare ourselves for the next day. This is the habit that I had in my mind, but I never wrote things down. I don't have a journal, but the research shows that if you write down in the journal, it helps you a lot. And that's what I found too. The night before, when I lay down, I think tomorrow I have to do this, 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 this. So I plan it out in my mind. But when tomorrow comes, I forgot. I forgot those thoughts. Yeah, but I forgot too. I forgot that I had those thoughts planning out my day in my mind the night before. So then I ended up maybe doing a few things that I said, oh, in the morning I do that. But then what did I plan to do in the afternoon? I forgot. So writing a plan right before bed, for the next day is going to be helpful. And when you change your habit like this, one day at a time, and you go back to your journal, you will see. And if you repeat that every single day, at the end of 1 week, you'll see your transformation. At the end of 1 month, you'll see.
Like your house, your inner house, you get rid of the redundant things that don't make any difference. Yeah. Good difference.
Yeah. So
easier said than done.
It's easy. That's why we say we have to be always aware of what's going on. If you're not aware, it's hard for you to follow through with your plan. So that's why mindfulness meditation is a very good skill to have. And in order to have that skill, we have to practice, right? It doesn't come easily. Mindfulness meditation doesn't come easily. Yeah. So there's a difference between easy and simple, right? Simple doesn't mean easy, right? Yeah. So there is a difference between easy and simple. So it's not simple. It's not the same as it's not easy. You get that difference?
Yeah, because simple can be very difficult to achieve, even though it's simple.
Yeah. So let's say simple is a process, right? Simple is the process. So let's say that we want to become very good at mindfulness meditation, and it's not easy. It takes practice to get there. It takes months or years to get there, right? But the process of getting there is simple. We can make it simple, right? We don't have to make it difficult. That's what it is.
Is the idea,
Mm-hmm.
and easy is the path.
The
to
path.
get there.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. How to get there is the process. Yeah. So yeah. So with that, so we learn what we learned about today in order to get transformation. Start out in the morning. Start your day with intention. So you you have to have a goal of what you want to do first thing in the morning when you wake up, but end your day with intention as well. And then go about your day with commitment. Decision making need to be good, right? Being positive. Yeah, taking action. What else? Belief. Strong belief. Strong belief that you can do it. Yeah, believe in yourself that you can do it. Believe in yourself that you can make the change, right? And get help, get support, right? We learn about that pillar, support. To have the good mental health or brain health, you need to have support. So when you don't have support, you go and seek for it. You know support is out there. You know, all you have to do is ask. You know, ask friends, ask your mom, ask dad, ask sister, ask brothers, ask for help, get help. Okay, so well, with that, let's go into the practice of mindfulness meditation. And again, you can be in a sitting position, laying down, walking, whichever position you feel like comfortable. And during the practice, if you feel uncomfortable, you can always change your position, right? As long as you are really aware of what you are doing at that present moment. So I invite you to start taking few deep breaths in and out slowly and deeply. Remember, the breath work is the basic tool in this mindfulness meditation. And if closing your eyes make it easy for you, I invite you to close your eyes. And if you don't like closing your eyes, you can open your eyes and look slightly downwards. Take a deep breath in, slow and deep. You're in no hurry. And when you fully inhale, hold there for a few seconds. As long as you feel comfortable. And then when you breathe out, be aware that your out breath needs to be slower than your in breath. And both in breath and out breath need to be through your nose. So breathing in, you know that you are breathing in and how you breathe in. Breathing out, you know you're breathing out and how you are breathing out. And just follow your breath in and out with a little pause in between the out breath and the in breath. Breathing in, we know we are breathing in. And breathing out, we know we are breathing out. Breathing in, we are aware of the air that is entering our nose, up into the sinuses and down into the lungs. And breathing out, we are aware of the air that is leaving our body, up through the lungs, into the trachea, up into the nose, and out through the nostril. We are so aware of the process of breathing. And after a few deep breaths in and out, we may start seeing ourselves feeling very relaxed. We may feel the tension in the muscles in our face, our neck, and our shoulders start to dissipate. Breathing in, we know we're breathing in slowly and deeply. Breathing out, we know we are breathing out slowly and deeply. And as we breathe in and out, we return to this present moment. We return to ourselves. We start raising the awareness of how we feel in this present moment. How do we feel when we take that deep breath in? You can say to yourself, I feel so relaxed. Or I enjoy this air that is entering my body. Or I appreciate this air that enters my body. So raise the awareness of your feelings in this present moment. As you take deep breaths in and out. And see what else you are aware of that is going on in your body. Are you aware of your chest rising and falling? At the same time as you take the deep breath in and out. See if you are aware of the act of breathing at the same time as the feeling, the sensation that is going on within you. And as you are breathing deeply and slowly, bring your awareness to what else you are aware of. For example, your hearing sense. Can you be aware of your breaths, your feelings, your sensation, at the same time as you're aware of what you're hearing? So bring your attention to your mind. As you take deep breaths in and out, are you aware of the thoughts that are entering and leaving your mind? What are they? Can you see those thoughts? Are you aware of what those thoughts are bringing into your present state of mind? Do you have awareness of whether your thoughts are negative or positive? And with those thoughts, how are your feelings when you recognize those thoughts? If you see your thoughts wandering in all directions, like those of a monkey mind, tell yourself to return to your breath and return to this present moment. Stay focused. Try to be aware of your breath and make sure your out breath is slower than your in breath. Now that your awareness has heightened, let's explore for today what habit you want to change. How do you feel when you see that? See the process that let you be aware of the habit that you need to change. Does it ignite some emotions in you? each of your breaths in and out. See if you're aware of your commitment to make this change. How committed are you? Breathing in, we know we're breathing in. Breathing out, we know we're breathing out. Now to raise your awareness to that habit that you want to change and see what level of belief do you have. Do you believe that you are going to be able to make that change for today? Keep breathing deeply and slowly. As you walk this path on the self-discovery, and by now, I trust that you find you will have or already have strong belief in yourself that you can make this small change in your habit happen. And I invite you to feel that inner strength that you are having right now. I invite you to feel that self-empowerment that you have right now. That you are going to make this transformation happen one day at a time. Or 1 hour at a time. or 1 minute at a time. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. For the next few minutes, I invite you to practice on your own in silence. Breathing in, you know you're breathing in. Breathing out, you know you're breathing out. I invite you to bring your awareness to your thoughts process and focus on gratitude. This is one habit that I don't want to change. And it is a very good habit. So breathing in, grateful for this day. Breathing out, I'm grateful for this life. Breathing in, I'm grateful for the opportunities that I have. Breathing out, I'm grateful for the relationships that are positive. Breathing in, I'm grateful for this breath. Breathing out, I'm grateful for this joy that I feel in my heart. Return to this present moment. Return to this breath. And you can start moving your fingers, your toes. Open your eyes. Take deep breaths in and out. Return to the here and the now. I am here. Okay, how is everybody feeling? Relaxed? Yes? Happy? You make goals in your mind. Yes, that's how you raise awareness of what you want to do and make it happen, right? Anyway, let's stretch. Let's stretch out. I think I need to stand up because I think my legs are numb. I'm sitting too long. Okay. So movement is also needed to. We move with intention. Move with intention. Ow. We have muscles that help us in a lot of ways. So we want to exercise our muscles. So you can swing your arms like this, or you can swing your arms like this. And don't forget to breathe in and out deeply and slowly too. Or you can swing your arms like this. These are simple movements. And you can move your legs a little bit at a time. You know, if you can't really lift too much, you lift a little. Every little movement counts. Yes. You can kick one way, kick the other way. Or you can dance, whatever you want to do, you know. Or you can raise your arms up and jump up and down. What is that? What's this one? Jumping jacks. You can do jumping jacks like this. Huh? The Chinese? Like this? Okay. Oh, this is good movement because you exercise the whole body, right? Again, little movements count. So even if you only move a little bit in your knees, it's okay, you know. Small changes lead to big changes. So, all right, let's do a few rounds of walking meditation. And if you can't walk too long, you walk a few steps, you can sit down, yeah? And frequent movements is good. So let's go. So remember, walking meditation means that you practice awareness of what's happening right now as you walk. You know, are you aware of how your feet touch the ground? Are you aware of your legs moving up and down? And are you aware of what you're seeing on your path? Are you aware of the sensation in your body? And with the practice, you may see the changes in your body as you walk. How you felt at the beginning is not the same as how you feel at the end of your walk. And now, are we walking in peace? Deep breath in. Slow breath out. We'll do one more circle. Okay, let's share some thoughts, some experience. How was your experience today? What do you think of the topic today? It's appropriate for the new year. Resolution, right? People have resolutions for the new year, But
And by this point, they're probably
yes, yeah. But why, like, why do we have to wait until the new year to make that resolution? Why don't we make the change right here, right now? Right? Right. Yeah. Like, yeah. But if you think about how short life is, and you want to make transformation for something better, transformation means changing for the better. Nobody wants to change for the worse. So transformation is changing for the better. But why won't you make that change happen earlier in your life? Why do we wait till the new year, on this year or next year? Why wouldn't you want to have that better things sooner in your life?
live in a constant state of destruction. They
Yeah.
don't think about it.
Yeah. So having awareness help us, having awareness help us to be more focused, and more attuned to ourselves, more, like knowing more about ourselves. Without awareness of the self, we don't know what's going on in here. We don't know what we want. We don't know when we want to make that change happen. We just go with the flow of life. And then we realize one day that we've wasted so much time. I wish something like this would be taught in school from a very young age, like small topic at the time. I wish I have this kind of teaching when I was younger. When I had to learn at a very late, well, not very late, but later in life, I started to learn about this in my 50s. I wish I have this skill and this knowledge and all of this that were taught to me in school. My life would be different, I think. So children's life will be different too if they are taught the skill of, awareness and how to be aware of their thought process. A lot of young children nowadays have depression, and the solution was or is to put them on antidepressant. It's not like that. If you teach children how to be aware of their thoughts and change their thoughts and how to be more positive, they wouldn't have to be on the antidepressant. Yeah. So if they can, I think it's changing though. It's changing, and I hope one day all schools will teach mindfulness. Yeah. So any comments? Actually, so I hope we all will go out there, go out into the day, start applying what we learned, one small change at a time. Yeah, one small goal at a time, and it will be building up, and then you'll see one day that you change, and people will see that you change. Yeah, yeah. So with that, yeah, I wish everybody a very peaceful, pleasant weekend. Keep warm. It's going to be very, very cold. Keep warm and be safe. Yeah, be safe. If you have to drive out there, be safe. And yeah, and go about your life with good intention.